Before you get into the real estate market, get clarity, perspective, and the information you need.
I've been listening to you, and I love your show.
Right here with broker owner Dan Gemus, host of the Dan Gemus Real Estate Show.
Okay, yes, welcome back to the show in studio with me today. Joyce Blackmere, Director of Sales, and sometimes the host of the show if I need a day off here and there to get to the sports with kids or whatnot. And great to have you on, as always.
Thank you.
Yes, before we get to our next topic, we've got our good friend Cassie Baggio, sales rep of the Dan Gemus team, out and about today. Hey, Cass, how are you?
I'm wonderful. How you doing, my friend?
We're doing fantastic. You're at an open house today.
I am at a gorgeous open house today. I'm at 611 George Kennedy Way in Lakeshore. I will be here from 12 to 2 today, and it is a beautiful day for an open house, let me tell you guys.
Oh, my goodness. Tell us about the house.
So it's a beautiful property on a corner lot. It's actually got a lovely in-ground pool and a hot tub, and there's over 3,500 square feet of living space. It's beautiful. There's about 5 bedrooms, 3 full baths. They've got an additional kind of rough-in you could finish in the basement as well. It's beautiful, and there's tons of possibilities still.
The kitchen is stunning in that house.
Yes.
It makes me want to bake as I'm sitting in here.
You didn't bring your cookie dough, Cass, to make something while at the open house?
I'd probably just be eating it the whole time I'm here, too, so I don't know how well that would go.
No doubt. So listen, I remind everybody of the address again and what time you're there till.
Yeah, it's 611 George Kennedy Way in Lakeshore, and I'll be here from 12 to 2 today.
Fantastic. Thanks, Cass. Good luck.
All right. Thank you. We'll see you guys soon.
You got it. It's Cassie Baggio, sales rep of the Dan Gemus team, and you can find more info on that listing and all of our listings on our website at dangemus.com. Well, Joyce, before the break, we were talking about an article about a study recently done that gas stoves are some leading causes of asthma in kids in homes. And someone had texted in, Alan actually said, good morning or good afternoon. If you think about it, all gas appliances, for example, furnaces, hot water tanks, fireplaces, and dryers, all vent directly outside. A gas stove, your gas fumes vent into your home, so it kind of makes sense. You're right, Alan. It's true. If you think about it, right? Everything vents outside except for the stove. So interesting. We'll see where that goes as
I wonder if you kept your fan on all the time, right? If it would just suck the fumes out.
Well, I'm assuming that was taken into account in the studies, I guess, right? But I don't know. It depends. But there you go. Okay, so let's move on to our next topic, which is basically some do's and don'ts of garage staging. Garage staging.
That's a nice
to sell
accent.
your home. Yes, thank you. So here's some tips. Now, Joyce and I have talked about this over the years. If anything can be a bit more cluttered in the house when you're selling, it's the garage, because you need somewhere to put stuff.
Yep.
And if you're trying to get stuff out of the basement and out of the bedrooms and living spaces,
easily becomes a catch-all.
Yeah, then really put it in the garage, because for the most part, someone opens the door and says, yeah, my stuff will fit here, and then kind of moves on to the rest of the house. So, but in the meantime, let's take a look at some of these tips. So start by decluttering. So garages may be for parking your car, but not for everybody, because some people can't park a car in the garage. It's too packed with stuff, right? But many people use them for everything but that purpose. So, for example, use the garage as a work area. Others may use it as a place to store excess stuff. Still, others may even try to use it as an extra room, which we know a lot of people that do that around here as well. Like in, the southern climates, you see a lot of folks out in Florida that have a games room in the garage, that kind of thing. Yep. But we've sold houses here in Windsor, Essex, that same idea.
For sure. Almost like a 3-season room or whatever. Yeah. Right?
Which is not bad. So if you have lots and lots of stuff, you might consider renting a rollaway dumpster or hiring a junk removal company to haul off unnecessary junk. If you have items of value in your garage, but you no longer need it, you may want to have an old-fashioned garage sale to make some money. You'd be surprised how much you can make from a garage sale.
Oh, for sure.
Right? A bunch of junk junk to you, but it's treasures for somebody else.
Yep.
Right? If you don't have time for these activities and you must move quickly, consider placing a garage clutter in a storage facility and dealing with them after you move. You can also get the dumpster and just get a shovel.
Or just put it at the end of your driveway, and some people will just come and grab it, especially if you have like metal items.
We're in the county, and our road is not that busy. It's a busier road, but it's not horribly busy. And if we put something by the road, within minutes, it's gone. And we probably have a car come by, once every few minutes, if not longer. So it's not like it's that busily traveled. But you put something by the road and it's gone quickly. It's crazy how often people will just grab stuff like that, right?
Radar.
I know. Well, that too, maybe. Next tip, don't leave those stains behind. So if you use your garage for what it's intended for, chances are there are various types of stains on the floor from fluids and leaks leaking from your car. These stains don't look attractive, so after decluttering your garage, it's a good idea to clean it to get dirt and grime off the floors. If you're unsure how to get the dirt off the floor, try using a cleaning product with the degreasing capabilities. So again, if it's oil or grease, you need a little something more than just water. It will not necessarily work by itself. A little paint can go a long way. So not only will greasy garage floors scare away potential buyers, but so will disgusting walls. If your garage walls are dirty beyond cleaning, painting is a good idea. If you don't mind putting a little work over the weekend and painting your garage, choose a color that works for garage walls. So really, and quite frankly, a lot of folks in our garage, we have the ceiling the same color as the garage wall. So we're not stressed out about cutting the ceiling, right? Cutting a white into the ceiling, and then we have more of a gray color in the garage walls. So in the garage, we just painted the whole thing one color, and there you have it. Right? We've already actually repainted since we moved in 5 years ago. And we just actually repainted again this past summer because it gets worn, and the kids' bikes and toys and whatever bangs up against the walls. So spend a few bucks on a gallon of paint and give it a fresh little coat, right? Brighten it up is next on the list. So entering a garage that isn't brightly lit won't be very inspirational for potential buyers. So it may be a good idea for you to brighten it up as much as possible. Using a bright LED light bulb in a garage fixture, which, again, that might just be enough to make the space appear more radiant. If you don't want to install new or additional fixtures to brighten up your garage, try replacing standard light bulbs with LED bulbs to make it a difference for garage staging. So they have all kinds of gadgets now where if you've only got one fixture in the garage, you can buy a thing that screws into the normal hole for the light bulb, and it has 3 more bulbs that break off of it, right, to make it brighter. Lots of different options there, for sure. If you're just joining us, we're talking about some do's and don'ts of garage staging to sell your home, or quite frankly, just everyday life, because it's just nice to have, nicely, freshly kept and cleaned up. Make sure doors are functioning properly. So another thing you should check when preparing your garage staging is whether garage doors are functioning properly. When potential buyers are viewing your home during a tour or an open house, they may check the garage doors to see if they're working. If they aren't, they might wonder if other problems exist throughout the home, which makes sense.
Yeah, it goes for pretty much everything,
Sure.
right? Standard maintenance.
We talk about it often. If your doorknobs are loose and the kitchen hardware on the doors is loose, if things are just kind of adding up quickly for buyers. So just go around the house and clean that stuff up quickly, and a little screwdriver, nothing too complicated, right? Don't leave items lying around the garage. So leaving items scattered haphazardly throughout the garage is not an option, even if you can't remove everything during the decluttering process. Instead of leaving these items around looking untidy, find a way to make them a part of the home staging. So to enhance garage organization, you can install shelves, cabinets, or organizers to neatly store paint cans, tools, and other items. For bikes, consider installing a sturdy rack, which they sell them for like $2. And a hook for, we've got tons of them in our garage. You put the bikes up on the wall, and nice and out of the way, cleaned up, nice and organized, right? You also have those little hooks for the shovels and the rakes, that kind of thing. You can plop them up on the wall, and they're out of the way. Again, just looks nice and organized, right? Is it a good idea to finish your unfinished garage? Well, if you have an unfinished garage, should you finish it before selling your home? The answer is it depends. Not all home improvements give you a good return on investment, and installing drywall in an unfinished garage, for example, might fit in this category. Your real estate agent, well, like us, like our team, will come out and let you know if it's the best thing to do in your scenario, in your situation. Because, again, it depends on what's happening and really what's needed. If the drywall is there and it just needs a coat of paint, then maybe it's worth just spending $50 on a gallon of paint and having it done. If it needs everything, then maybe it might not make sense, depending on what's going on.
Yep.
But there you go. Some tips on some staging.
Interesting.
In your garage.
Yep.
Like, what are your thoughts? Should someone do this stuff before selling a house?
Well, I mean, it's scenario dependent, like you say, but definitely at the very least, I would always suggest like decluttering. So organization, just in general, it sort of overflows into every other part of the house. People start to see, your attention to detail, and that theme whatever. I'm not even know what word I'm trying to use, but.
Transpires or moves on. I know what you're saying.
It flows.
It flows.
It flows to other areas of the house as well, right? So, but I think that if you're planning to stay in the house, it's worth doing.
A lot of people, as they build if they have contracts for new home builds, the builder will often, charge them if they want the garage finished. And I have a lot of people over the years that have regretted not spending the extra couple $1,000s just to have the garage finished.
Heating bill, right? You think about
but not even that, because some garages aren't necessarily heated all the time, right? Depends on the house, and but typically your new space will be. But that being said, it's much easier to do when the house is under construction than afterwards. After you've moved in, you've got stuff in the garage, it's a pain. Spend a few bucks, insulate the exterior walls. So by code, they have to have the walls that are touching the home insulated, but the exterior walls of the garage don't necessarily have to be insulated, right? So they might not be. But go ahead and just do it, and do it properly, and it's just much less hassle. And
it offers future potential too, right? If you wanted to use the garage for any variation of things that we've already talked about.
You don't want to have to rip drywall down to re-insulate or whatnot. So spend a few extra bucks, and maybe if you don't want to, if the builder's charging an exuberant amount, maybe you can say, listen, builder, do you mind if I go in at night and just stuff some insulation in the wall myself? If they want to charge too much, it's worth asking. Some builders do. They'll let you do it. So there you go. We're going to come back. We've got a busy half hour up ahead. And I should also mention, if you are looking to make a move, well, the Dan Gemus team is always there to help. We're happy to come out and give you a free home market evaluation. Give us a call 7 days a week, 519-566-5565. You can also find us on our website at dangemus.com. We're going to come back. We're going to give away a gift card in the next half an hour for the Richmond Popcorn Company. If you haven't already entered to win, you want to text us right now at 10800 with the special keyword MOVIE. MOVIE and your first and last name, and you're automatically entered to win the gift card today. We'll give away that gift card in the next half hour, and we're going to come back and talk with Chris Gibb from Gibb Insurance Brokers about his tip today. It's all about home safety tips when going on vacation during the winter. So that and lots more to come right here on the Dan Gemus Real Estate Show.